So in the last video, what we did was that we overclocked the arm of the Pi to 2100 up from the stock arm of 1500 millihertz, and the GPU from the default, that's the stock, from 600 to 700 instead of the 750, that's the maximum. So now that causes the Pi's temperature to rise like heavily, too heavily, thus causing some problems, making the Pi slow. Whatever we gained by overclocking the Pi is lost by the overheating of it. So basically what we will do in this thing is see how to keep the Pi cool. So I'll start my webcam here. So as you must have seen in my earlier video where I introduced my Pi 4, I had already attached the heat sinks. Now that everyone knows how to attach the heat sinks to the Pi, and here we'll see what is better, the heat sinks, only the fan, or the heat sinks with the fan. So let us start. So I haven't attached the fan, like I have it attached but it's not running. I will show you all through my integrated webcam right here. So I'm here. Hello everyone. Yes, so here is my Pi. I'll just increase the screen. Yes, so as you all can see, my fan is not running. My Pi is inside this case. I have kept it right there inside. So my fan is not running. As you all can see, I have just detached the thing here, the wire over here, which will attach to the ground and the 5-volt right in the GPIO thing. In the upcoming video, I will also, the temperature crosses 65 degrees Celsius, then the fan should start, and if it goes below 50 degree mark, then the fan should stop, etc, etc. For that I will make a new video. Here we'll just see if you all need a heat sink or a cooling fan, or both of them, which is better. So we'll see that in this video. Not much, just a small short video. So let us start. I'll close my camera and then we can go ahead with the process. So still the fan is off. First so I'm saying watch VCGen CMD space measure the temperature. Now what watch does is that reports the temperature of the Pi continuously after every 2 seconds. VCGen CMD is used to measure different things like the clock speed, the temperature, etc. For now we'll be measuring the temperature. Hit on enter. So the temperature is sitting at 52 degrees Celsius with just the heat sink on. So I'll just put it in the side there, open the web browser to trouble it so that the temperatures rise. We'll go to YouTube. I'll not go to YouTube, I'll open one of my videos so that I am not stuck in some copyright issues. Oh man, it's troubling me. I have SSH'd into it, so some problem here. Yes, so my first video. So we'll trouble it now. As you all can see, the temperature is rising pretty good, pretty fast. We'll keep it at the maximum quality available. At the start I did not have many good equipment, so it was at 720p, but now since I am getting it, so I have it at HD quality. So I will just maximize the screen and we should watch the video for some time. And I haven't basically added anything to it, so like the speaker, so you won't be able to hear me, so you have to hear my voice here chattering. Yes, so let's see the temperature again. I'll just full screen it. Yep, the temperature should have risen by now, so I'll just put it right here, full screen. As you all can see, it's 69-70 degree, around that 69. And if I play some 4K video, I guess I should not be stuck in some copyright for just playing some person's video. If I do get, then I'm sorry guys, I don't guess it should be some problem. Let's play it 4K. As you all can see, the temperature is rising further higher, 720 at 60 frames per second. So let us increase it to 1080p. The frame drop is quite high, but since we are checking the temperature, so let's ignore that. So as you all will see, the frame drop is too high, I'm not enjoying it. I'll just reduce it back to 720p, and still the temperature is at around 74, 73, as you all can see pretty well. So now what I will do is just I will plug in my fan. I'll start it and you all will just be surprised to see the drop in the temperature. So y'all, it's pretty good to have both of these together. I feel the heat sink of the Pi and also the cooling fan, it causes a pretty good cooling. So see the temperature dropping now from 74, it should fall pretty high. As you all can see, instead of rising, it's falling, gone to 73, 71, still decreasing. It will decrease further. 68, wow, that's too good. This, it will fall, it will fall. 68 now, 67, as you all can see, so fast. 66, as you all can see, the effect of the cooling fan, it's so good. The heat sinks are still on, so I haven't removed the heat sinks. So as you can see, it's pretty maintained at around 60 instead of crossing the 70 mark. And if you all keep the fan on, it should decrease below 60, as we'll see short time in a minute or so. The temperature should go below 60, as I had done my testing, some of testings myself before. So it did go to 59, the lowest. So as you can see, it's decreasing. Let us give it some time. Yep, 60. So good, that's really good. It was at 73, and see, as I told you all, 59. 59 is the lowest it takes the Pi to. So I will suggest you all go with the fan and a heat sink, both of them together on your Pi. That's the best, because it increases the life of your Pi, helping you a lot. And the most greater thing is, if you are feeling that Pi to be the fan to be disturbing to you, so in the upcoming video I will teach you all how to monitor the start and stop of the cooling fan with the rise and fall of the temperature. So we'll be doing that in the upcoming video. So I hope this video has helped you all. So as you can see, wow, the temperature has fell till 55 degrees Celsius. So that's pretty good. A lot. I did not expect so much. As I will show you all once again, I will remove the cooling fan and let's see the rise in the temperature. And see, as soon as I plugged it out, it's gone to 56 and it will go till 73 again. Let's watch that going there, and then we'll end the video. Till then, we will talk about the upcoming videos. First, we'll make a Google Assistant with the Pi, then a Plex Media server, and then we'll also make Pi-hole. As you all know, Pi-hole that is used to block the ads at your home network. So we will be doing that. Then again we'll see how to control the DSLR cameras with Pi, and how then we'll also make one video, a short video about shooting a time lapse using the Raspberry Pi, the thing which we learned to control the DSLR. So together we'll make a time lapse thing project. So that's that, a lot many things, projects up in mind, and by the time I will have a lot many videos about the Pi hacks that will make your life with the Pi easier. So that's my thing in mind, the things I have in mind. So do watch my videos where I introduce the Pi 4 first, then we overclocked it, then the temperature thing. Then soon I also will have different videos about installing different operating systems on the Pi, like Android OS, then the Android TV OS, then Ubuntu, a lot of them. And I will also be trying Windows 10, the latest thing that all the YouTubers are trying, the Windows 10 thing. I aren't trying still, because they haven't included the Ethernet or the Wi-Fi drivers for this thing. So I don't want to waste time in that, because without Wi-Fi there is no life in anything, as we all know. So a lot many things, lot many ideas, lot many things, so a lot to go ahead. So stay tuned, subscribe, you can connect to me always at LinkedIn. Thank you.